You might have low self-esteem and not know it, like me, until you watch this video. A while back, I didn't know I had low self-esteem. And if you struggle with this, which most likely you have or you still do because you're a human, here are 3 ways you can build your self-esteem up. 1, speak to yourself kindly. 2, treat yourself kindly. And 3, have others treat you kindly. These might seem like overly simple tips, so before you think, oh, this video isn't for me, let me tell you, I would have thought the same thing a few months ago, but I was wrong. So before I go into more detail about what those 3 tips mean and what they look like, let me give you a short story on how I discovered I had low self-esteem. Okay, so last year, early 2023, I decided to try therapy for a second time. I remember I brought up a conversation regarding an ex-friend of mine and how they made me feel in our friendship. To make it short, I didn't feel like the respect was mutual in the friendship. I felt like they didn't really respect me as a friend, sometimes not even as a person. And I shared this with my therapist. We talked about it for a little bit until she got to a point where she asked me, Cora, do you think you're beautiful? And I was just like, yes, I think I'm beautiful. After I told her yes, there was very awkward silence, and it made me uncomfortable. And it made me skeptical of her abilities and her skills of being a therapist. At the time, and even now, I'm not completely sure why there was such silence. I do not think that she trusted my answer, because after our session, she gave me a little bit of homework to search up what self-esteem is and to do more research and to look into it. And basically, she was telling me I have a self-esteem problem. I, right off the bat, did not believe this, but I still did my homework, and this is the definition that I came up with. Self-esteem is an overall sense of personal value and worth. But honestly, I was still skeptical, and I didn't believe I had low self-esteem because 1, the whole situation with the silence, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And 2, I was doing a lot of research on childhood trauma. I just could not track the root of my self-esteem. I could not piece together where that could have came from. It just wasn't making sense to me. However, I kept doing research because I was pushing away the fact that what my therapist was telling me might be true. And I'm happy that I did continue to do research, because with the research came deeper understanding of what self-esteem looked like. One of the first things that I understood with my research is that I had a misleading understanding of what self-esteem looked like in a way. It's not as simple as, do you think you're pretty, or do you not think you're pretty, or do you love yourself, or do you not love yourself? Yes, of course, if you don't love yourself, if you don't think you're beautiful as a person, I think that's pretty obvious. You could work on your self-esteem a little bit. But sometimes we say, yes, I love myself. Yes, I think I'm beautiful. Yes, I'm worthy. But our actions say something different. At this point, this is my understanding of the conflicts between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Consciously, yes, I love myself. I am beautiful. I am worthy. Subconsciously, I might not think so. And you can tell through your actions. For me personally, I could tell because I was not following through with the things that I would say I was going to do. I was not using my no, and I was letting people treat me any kind of way. Bottom line, yes, we might think high of ourselves. Yes, we might love ourselves consciously, but we do need to develop the skills and the tools that it takes to rewire our subconscious minds, so we start acting like it as well. I'm a person that believes that everything you need, you already have it. It's just a matter of self-examination. So here are some self-reflection questions that you can ask yourself to determine whether you have low self-esteem or not, and how to build it. First question to ask yourself: how do I speak to myself? Words are powerful. Your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between something that's false and something that's true. So if you're saying negative things about yourself, even thinking negative things about yourself repeatedly, guess what? You're going to really start believing it, and that's going to be your reality. Now, if you flip it and you start saying positive things about yourself, you're going to start believing it, and that's going to build your self-esteem. For example, instead of thinking or saying something like, oh, those girls are so gorgeous, but I'm not as pretty as them and I wouldn't fit in with their group. Remember that beauty is subjective, it is everywhere, and you are your worst critic. Instead, you can tell yourself, I might not look like their type of pretty, but I look like myself and I'm pretty too. With this type of wording, you don't have to break yourself down to admire somebody else's beauty. You can be beautiful. Everybody can be beautiful at once, okay? Hi, I'm Cora J. Welcome to my channel. In this corner of the internet, we run on realness, kindness, and vibes. So far, if you've learned something, if you relate, or if you just simply like the video, please leave a like and comment. It will be very appreciated. If you like sit down chit chat videos like this, vlogs, and self care content, I have a special seat for you here. All you have to do is like and subscribe, and you'll be locked in. I'll give you a second to do that. Thank you for supporting. Now back to our conversation. The second reflective question is, how do I treat myself? Like I stated before, your subconscious mind manifests into actions. That's how I was able to pinpoint that I had low self-esteem, because I was paying attention to my actions. You need to be giving yourself the treatment that you deserve, which is the best of the best. Imagine me saying, yes, I love myself. Yes, I deserve the best. But for the fourth night in a row, I skip washing my face and I'm getting ready for bed. The bacteria on my face is literally laughing at me while they work on the pimple that will be on my forehead the next morning. Think about it like this. What are you reinforcing into your subconscious mind by saying, I love me, but not treating yourself accordingly? With enough repetition, you'll genuinely believe that that's what loving yourself feels like. You're basically teaching yourself that I love me feels like not taking care of yourself. It feels like not giving yourself the time and energy that it takes to feel clean and to be healthy and to clean up and blah, blah, blah. The third and final question, how do I allow others to treat me? You need to be surrounding yourself with people that support you and give distance between you and people that bring you down. You need to advocate for yourself when somebody's disrespecting you, because guess what? Nobody else is going to set those boundaries for you. Given the benefit of the doubt, I think this is what my therapist was referring to. Like, I'm sitting here venting about this said ex-friend, but maybe a better question, other than, Courtney, you think you're beautiful, would have been, why am I friends with somebody that I don't think respects me? Why do they feel comfortable treating me as such? I think those types of questions would have helped me connect the dots a lot better. Basically, you have to be an ambassador of yourself so people don't knock you down. And a lot of the times when people see that you're standing on business, they won't even try to bullshit you, because they see that like you're big business. I think this question will be specifically hard-hitting for people pleasers, but you gotta get comfortable saying no. I'm sorry, but I'm kind of not sorry at the same time. I struggle with this a lot, and I still do. We're working on it. But even in some situations, you don't have to necessarily say no. If you don't want to, you can get creative with it. You can, garnish it with a little bit of parsley. A few ways that I like to say no: I don't like that. I don't want to. That's not how you talk to me. You could ask me a bit nicer. I'm not comfortable with that. And etc., etc. You see how nice that is? I think you can put your own little twist to a no until you get comfortable just flat out saying no. It's a good start, especially for really die-hard people pleasers. You got this though. I think other things to keep in mind is to allow yourself to mess up. I truly believe that if you're actually trying to be a better person than you were yesterday, you're doing perfectly fine. Give yourself grace, be patient. Don't rush yourself to be anywhere that you're not genuinely ready to be. Welcome yourself outside of your comfort zone. It builds your self-esteem in a way that you're now seeing how much you're actually capable of. Build your foundation further by identifying your core beliefs and values. This helps you understand yourself, and if you don't understand yourself, you will not be confident in yourself. You can't be confident in something that you don't understand. Focus on what you can control. I believe this builds resilience and also shows yourself what you're capable of. And when it comes to childhood trauma and how it relates to self-esteem, I'm not going to tell you not to be upset. I'm not going to tell you not to be angry. But don't be angry forever. Don't hold a grudge towards those that have impacted you in that way early on. Try to remember that we are all people and we are all growing. Overall, build your self-esteem through reflection. Ask yourself those 3 questions to find your subconscious thinking patterns and behaviors and redirect it. It's difficult, but as long as you're trying, you'll get to where you want to be. Again, if you found this video helpful, or if you just liked watching me talk, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll love you forever. Of course, if you have any questions or need me to elaborate on any of these points, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help you. And as always, do your own research for anything that you learn on the internet. I am not a professional. I'm just speaking from my own personal experience, and I want to share on the internet to help anybody else out there. I will be linking important resources that helped a lot in my bio. Please check them out if you're interested. They might help you too. And of course, thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all later.